Hello world, my name is Brian, and we're going to be walking through the Money, Money, Money challenge. In Money, 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 you were asked to take in 3 values via standard input. First, an initial amount of money. Second, an interest rate. And finally, a number of years. And then you were asked to compute how much money that a user would have if they started with that initial amount of money and saw that money increase annually by the interest rate over years, number of years. So, let's take a look at the logic needed in order to do that. In order to calculate how much money someone would have after a year with an interest rate, you just have to multiply by 1 plus that interest rate. For example, if the interest rate were 2%, represented as 0.02, then each year you would multiply the amount of money that they have by 1.02 in order to get the money that they would have after that year is over. In order to check to see how much money they would have after 5 years, you would multiply by 1.02 5 times, or 1.02 to the 5th power. With that in mind, let's take a look at the code that we can use in order to calculate how much money someone would have after a certain number of years. First, we're going to take in values via standard input for the initial amount of money that they would have, their interest rate, and the number of years that we're calculating across. And then we can calculate their final amount of money by multiplying their initial amount of money by 1 plus the interest rate raised to the year's power. And note that here we're using the power function, which takes a number and raises it to a certain exponent, which is defined in math.h. So, after calculating the final amount, the last step is just to print out the amount of money that the user has to 2 decimal places. And we can do this using the %.2f syntax that printf offers. And when we do that, the final value, which might not necessarily be to 2 decimal places, will be printed rounded to 2 decimal places. So that now, if we were to run /money, money, money, and type in an initial amount of money, like $82, then an interest rate, like 0.02, and then a number of years, like 3 years, we would get $82 multiplied by 1.02 to the 3rd power, giving us an answer rounded to 2 decimal places of $87.02. This was Money, Money, Money.